Yep, it's recording. Hi, Wilmer, you ready? Okay, I think we can do this and survive. It's kind of late for going in the river, but nonetheless, here we are. We're not pussies. We could, if we wanted to go straight down and not stop, which, you know, what's the fun of that? It would probably, it could take as little as 45 minutes, and it can take as long as 3 hours. Like, if you, to stop is kind of the fun for most people.
Yeah.
I like to stop personally.
Yeah.
And
We'll have some for a while.
oh yeah, it's mostly down towards the end. Now, what we'll want to do is, and I'm sure you've been on the river before, if you see like rocks like that that are like, you see how the waves break?
Yeah.
You usually want to go away from that, but right near it, because like here the river is mostly shallow.
Yeah.
So you get caught up easy on the kayak. So you kind of want to go, well, follow me and then we'll show you. You'll see what it is once we get in there. And water gets in your boat, it's totally okay. Just so you know, you won't sink. No need to write your congressman and shit. Now I found the easiest way to get into these kayaks is to go in butt first and then bring your legs in. When you're in the kayak, you do just because it's safer for the kayak. You just have to make sure that you can either put them either in there with you, or if you have room, you could strap them there. And I have an extra one of these if you want to click it. Do you want to click it or you want to leave it inside?
I can leave it inside.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. So the trick with these kayaks when you get stuck on the rocks, or a couple things. One is rocks hurt your butt. So if you see like a break like this, that means a rock, and if you see that there's no way that someone is going to be able to avoid it, you want to tell them rock, like if you see that break before someone gets it, or if you hit a rock, make an announcement so that way I know,
Okay.
so I don't hit it. And then last but not least, when you get to a really low part, you want to pull your dick up to the air because you're trying to flatten out the kayak so that it's lighter and it floats over the low spots. Otherwise you get stuck and it's a bitches. Did you do your little spit? Because it'll fog up the second you get out there.
So how do you
So then just take it like that and take your finger and go like that. And then just wipe it on the inside. Like that, yeah. Like, and it'll look gross, but then that'll prevent it from steaming up. I don't know, Michael Phelps said it works. I do it, it works. I think it has something to do with it. Once there's already moisture in there, the moisture cancels out the condensation that would occur when you have the transfer of heat and cool. Hot and cold air, I guess. Ready? All right, buddy. Here we go, everybody. It's going to be quite an adventure. Ready? You all right? When you get stuck on a rock, like stick your butt up and use the stick to push while your butt's in the air. Or you can just get out and walk. And if you can, see if you can sit up higher in the kayak so your butt's all the way to the back of it. You know what I mean? Yep, you want to be all the way far back as you can. You doing all right? Okay. It's okay to push me. I'm gonna pull you out. Sorry. Xin chào. Xin chào. Wilmer. So I have seen like otters in here. They don't really care for people, so don't like try to be all cuddly. Yeah. And you want to run about 6 feet away from the bank, all the way down this little rapid. So you don't want to go too far to the right. You'll get stuck. Like, yeah, you go. The river's kind of low this year. No, but it's been, I've been out 2 times before, which in like a perfect world, I'd have been out like a ton of times. Okay, now we want to go to the right. My favorite thing to do is that right there, building the water bridges. So hopefully you'll be down when I get to a certain spot where, and then I can give you your river name. Woo! Watch out for the tree. Oh, you know what? You're. No wonder why. You want to use your oar to your oar's crooked. Your oar's crooked. Yeah, look at it. See, it should be flat. So, like if you see, look at that end. Okay. See how that's perpendicular to the water? Okay. Over there? Yeah. And this side's flat? Yeah. So you just got to turn it. So go ahead and pull it a little and twist. Oh, actually, that's it. How do they do that? Sorry. But you see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I thought that it was...
It was kind of hard to handle?
Well, I thought that it was supposed to be like aerodynamic like that.
According to the...
That's cool. That probably makes more sense.
Actually. I think that in China, they probably... Oh, good looking out. Okay, and then if possible, there you go. Boom. That's your little marker.
Oh, okay.
And there you go. Now it should be easier to paddle. And then the other thing is when you start to struggle, if you try to imagine, because the inflatable, it's not like the hard kayak, you have to try to keep as much balance weight as possible. So when you're struggling, you might not realize you're pushing down in the front with your feet. Yeah. So when you struggle, try to imagine like you need to keep this as flat as possible. Because like in a death float, or if somebody floats and they're injured, you basically strap them down so that they can't move and the boat stays as flat as possible. Yeah. Because otherwise you have drag, and not like, neighbor's drag, but like, not feet drag. So what do you think of your first rapid? I think I'm recording. Yeah. I've learned to try my best not to say shit when I'm recording, because one time I made a video. Yeah, you can. I don't have that kind of programs. So mine is like either I cut the video in snippets, which if the whole damn video is bad-mouthing your sister-in-law. But yeah, like, and believe it or not, actually coming down and smoking green is actually kind of fun because it's real peaceful and mellow. But I love to like go down the river slow and stop in like little places like that, little nooks, and then build those little walls. Like the first summer that I brought AJ and them down, we started a wall, and I'll show you the spot where it's at, but the wall, when we first started in the beginning of the summer, was like maybe 2 feet from the shore. And by the end of the summer, it was about 2 feet high, of which about 1.5 feet at its peak was rock. 1.5 feet at its peak was above the water. And it came out all the way about as far as this far from that shore. So we started it, and then over the summer, people just added to it. And by adding to it, it basically just, it created a new kind of current. But then it's just like a nice little thing to see every time you come. Like, oh my God, there's the bridge that we started. Definitely want to avoid logs. Okay, so on this one, I believe we want to go to the left. Oh yeah, to the left, because the right's too shallow. So if you can cut across this way. Plus you see cool birds here. Like that right there's a big rock that would hurt your butt. That right there. Now that I think about it, maybe it was right. Oh yeah, this one was right. What kind of bird is that? You see that bird? What kind of bird is that? Okay. And if you'll see, like, from time to time, fish jump out of the water, which is kind of cool. Okay. This one, you definitely want to go over here to the left. So if you can cut all the way across, great. Whoa. Woo! Whoa, 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 whoa! Lots of wet water. Wet water, very cold. You're a natural on with the kayak. Like, AJ actually enjoys coming out. Him and I are just a...
He always wanted me to come out.
Which is interesting because last time I checked, him didn't have enough floating thingies for you to go out, so he would have had to come to my house when I wasn't home to borrow some.
Yeah. Well, the thing with AJ is, like, I don't like doing stuff the first time with AJ.
I know what you mean, like, he's a great travel buddy. Like, if I have to go on a trip, there is nobody I'd rather go with than AJ. Like, going to anywhere. But if he had to plan the trip, I would decline my invitation. Yeah. Swing all the way to the left on this one. You're going down the night run?
Holy Stone. And we got there late, so I've never snowboarded, never skied.
I heard you did really well, though. Oh, did he not tell you you had to jump off? Did he not tell you you had to jump off?
No, well, not necessarily.
He didn't tell me. I didn't know I had to jump. No, it is, except for I learned the bunny slope is a total farce. Because the bunny slope is the bottom of the very big hill, which is not what I would call secluded education. So there's branches here, but you want to try to hug the left without getting under the branches too much.